My feeling in leadership is to get as many people engaged in ministry as possible so that they have ownership. And if they have ownership, they'll have commitment. And if they have commitment, they're going to give their life to it and be excited about it and do everything they can to do what they've signed up to do.
I had been going to the church for a couple of years with my wife. My wife had become very active in several of the different children programs that had been going on. And I truly believe that when God calls you, you're to step forward, and I just had not felt a calling. And I was really struggling with how to become involved in the church. And then one day, our pastor approached me and said, "Hey, I know you like archery." To be honest, my jaw dropped, and I was blown away. I couldn't believe that that door suddenly opened, and I looked at Jess, and Jess was ecstatic.
So Center Shot, for instance, we have about 20 folks that were necessary to start that program. Well, about 15 of them were not doing anything because they didn't really feel connected to any other ministries, but this one just blew the socks off of them, and they said, "Man, finally I can do something." So we have about 15 extra men now doing things in ministry that have never done anything in the church.
I'm actually kind of shy. It's funny, as a school counselor and I'm at work, I don't feel that way. But personally I do, and walking into a new church or any new place where you feel like everybody already knows one another, it's kind of intimidating.
And when Center Shot came along, he came up and he said, "Look, I don't know a whole lot about archery, and this is way out of my comfort zone, but I'm going to step out on faith and I want to help with this program."
I've always wanted to learn how to shoot correctly and technically. That's part of the reason I got in, but also I felt like God was saying, you got to step out of your comfort zone because I want you to do this.
He is now an upwards soccer sports coach. He helps with multiple different sports programs. So the Center Shot program is an instructional program. It is a program that teaches the fundamentals of archery, how to apply it safely, how to apply it to your Christian walk. It involves devotionals along with instruction to teach you archery.
And it's a neat thing because you get to share the gospel message in it. So we'd have 30 minutes of practicing, learning, shooting, and 30 minutes of gospel discipleship training going on at the same time. After we finished the first season, though, we were just talking and chatting, saying, "Well, we want to go from here. What do we want to do?"
And the idea came up of having a 3D archery range, using 3D targets in the shape and life size of real animals. They're set up in a hunting atmosphere in the woods.
And so 3D shoots were, they were born.
It focuses on relationship building while enjoying the sport of archery.
And now we're doing that every month. We have a 3D shoot, and people come from all around the community and the county to shoot, which is a lot of fun.
The 3D shoots, it's fellowship. It's something that we can do as a family. My husband, all three of my children and I can go through the 3D shoot together the way you would play miniature golf. So to be able to meet our church family's needs, like with Troy, he really needed to plug into a youth program that involved something that he was excited about. And he just happened to be excited about archery. And this was just a thrill to be able to do that. And now Troy wants to start a Bible study for kids and meet on a weekly basis to shoot arrows and read the Bible and pray together.
If this is possible, shooting bows and arrows with children, both inside the building and outside for the 3D, there's really nothing that we can't do from this point. So if we want it to happen and God wills it to happen, we can do it. I said if I could pull the ocean a little bit closer, I'd like to do a surfing ministry. Or I've thought of things on the lake. What can we possibly do on the lake? Perhaps a kayaking ministry, perhaps a wakeboarding ministry.
We've seen people go from not being involved in the church to being involved in all kinds of ministries. And we've seen people who don't attend church start coming to church.
And the goal is just being open to me to what God's doing in the community with the people that are available, and then the church jumping in and putting some hands and feet to that process.